Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Monday, happy second recording. Want to say hey to all my subscribers. New as well this season. I have a quick word for you. Tap in. I don't think it's a quick word. I don't even know why I said that. We shall see. But I want to respond to several emails in this one recording. Some of your emails I've replied back to you, but then for some of you, you requested a recording. So I'm going to try to tie 3 topics into this one recording. I want to speak about bloodline curses. I want to speak about why sometimes God will release a blessing and then retract it back. Like we feel like he opened the door, then the door shut. There's different reasons, of course, for that. And then I want to speak in regards to release the offense from people who wronged you. God will deal with these folks, and these folks will feel it more than ever now. So let's chat. So these are 3 different people in their topics, but again, I'm going to tie them all together. Let's start with double repay for the evil. Okay, guys, one trick from the enemy right now is to have our spirits tied up with all type of distractions. But in this particular topic, we're speaking about that feeling of offense, that feeling of frustration, disappointment, anger, even rage for some people. Because you've been wrong, because you've been lied to, because you've been cheated on, because you've been scammed, because you've been manipulated. We can go on and on and on and on. But at the end of the day, you were wrong by someone or several people. Chosen ones, it comes with the territory. As sad as it is, it comes with the territory. Remember, we are a very small group of individuals when we are comparing it to the average person in the world. We have pure hearts. We have pure spirits. We are not perfect. We ain't that cute, boo. The average person, listen. So it comes with the territory. This is why God gave you immense discernment, wisdom, in spiritual sensitivity. It is all designed for you to recognize people's spirit early on. Sometimes we miss the mark, but if we're honest, if we miss the mark, it's because we miss a conviction or we failed to apply certain instructions, right? So we have to take accountability there. In fact, I made a recording about that a couple of days ago. But at the end of the day, if you've been hurt, wrong, or betrayed, see, in this season, God is truly revealing people. This is why you're now getting insights about people you may have known for years, and you're now starting to really see them for truly who they are. Right? So it's just not Hollywood where things are tumbling and people are being revealed. God is removing the scales off of people's eyes. But when it comes down to discernment, chosen ones have always had that. So anytime we got burned, there's a great chance we played some kind of part in disobedience. All right, whatever. It happened. Okay. We take accountability. We were foolish. We weren't tapped in. We were distracted, whatever. Full accountability. Okay. Once you take accountability, we're human. So it's natural to feel that hurt, that pain, that disappointment, whatever. It's natural to feel it, okay? Let's not try to overlook it. You must feel it in order to process it, and then it's released from your spirit. Our spirit must stay pure. So what does the enemy do? He keep allowing offenses to keep our spirit full of offense that blocks the very blessings that God needs to get to us. Change the perspective. We are vessels. We are chosen vessels. We are great people with great hearts and great spirits. So we attract. We don't go seeking. We attract bad people. We attract narcissistic people. We attract liars, scammers, manipulators. We attract that. It comes with the territory. We attract it. Then us with our spirits, we gravitate towards some of those very same characteristics in people, because we have this healing energy and we want to save the world, right? So it's, honey, it's a whole melting pot of foolishness. There's pros and cons in this melting pot. We just have to learn how to navigate it. We can't do it on our own. Flesh alone is not enough for us. We're spiritually sensitive. We have pure spirits. We have nothing but love. We can't do it on our own. The Holy Spirit must guide us through this blueprint of being a chosen vessel. In this season, the scales are being removed, but in this season, God is repaying like never before. It's almost like they're wrong. Okay, what's coming to many of them are already experiencing it, and you just don't know about it. They're going through some rough seasons right now. You may just don't always know about it. It's really none of our business. I mean, it'll be great, right? Well, let me take that back. God don't want you to like celebrate someone's downfall, right? Period. Okay. But it's almost like they're not just getting repaid for doing you wrong. The reason why it's so intense, or it will be so intense, is because it's almost like it's retroactive. Like it's not just you. It's every single person that they have wronged. Especially the ones who do it intentionally, right? Because okay, you got people who can move just in just ignorance, right? Meaning they just don't know yet. They don't know how the spiritual realm works. They really haven't tapped in spiritually. So they're kind of just moving around in survivor mode. But you got people who they know God enough to know right from wrong, to know how God deals with you when you have intentionally wrong and hurt people. Especially a chosen one. Chosen ones, I get it. I get it. I'm just like you. I get it. People better be glad that we don't have the release to get back and retaliate. Because one thing you don't want to do, see, people got the game mixed up. They got the game messed up. They assume because chosen people have these big hearts and you guys are so different and so rare and so that like you don't have any type of get back in you. Listen. When it comes to get back, when it comes to retaliation, when it comes to snatching, listen. You don't want to try a chosen one. The only thing that holds us back is the conviction, is knowing how God works, knowing that if we get back, if we expose you, if we retaliate, we now have blood on our hands. And the same way God is going to deal with you, he's going to punish us. And we know this because we're in this thing. We know how it works. So there's a grace to keep our hands free. That thing may pop up every now and then, but God reminds you, if you put your hands in it, I'll let you deal with it. I won't deal with them. I'll let you deal with it. If you put your hands in it, every blessing I bless you, I'm going to snatch it back because you know better. I've learned over time that when you and this, oh my God, it's the hardest thing. When you truly, truly take your hands up off of retaliating and wanting to get back and wanting to expose and this, that, and the third, when God does it, it is so much better than what you could have ever done. Because see, here, okay, for example, let's say you go back and retaliate. They cheated, you cheat, right? They scam you, you expose them to the world. They lied on you, you now go and tell their family all the secrets they told you about the family. Like you do, okay, so it's going to sting for a second. Okay, you did it, so it stings for a second. When God does it, he snatches a whole season from them. He sends them back to a season of drought for years and years. He allowed them to get hurt by a person when they finally settle down and fall in love for the first time themselves. You see the difference? When we do it, it's a temporary stick or poke. When God does it, they're going to feel it for life. Let God deal with people, my friends. I know it's difficult. I promise you. I get it. But when you see God's track record, think back on all the people in your past who've hurt you. I mean, just really, anybody that pops up, think back on these folks and look at their lives compared to yours. Again, sometimes you won't even know it, right? A person can went through a whole 2 years of some sickness and you don't even know it, right? So, but think back on the ones that you do know, and maybe you heard some things about their lives. They could have went through a bad divorce. They could have went through some sicknesses. They could have went through, they got addicted to some drugs and now as a crackhead. Listen, I'm not wishing like that on anybody, but you got to be careful how you deal with people, especially chosen people. So I say all that to say, guys, ask God. Don't try to do it on your own. Just can't. We just can't. Because, see, we hold offense so heavy because we know we could have never done that to you. It's just not in us. So we want to keep holding people to the same values that we have. Like, I would never do that to you. How could you do it to me? They're not you. They're not chosen. If they were chosen, they couldn't even do it. Ask God for grace to release the offense. You ask not, you have not because you ask not. Ask God for the grace to release the offense. Even if that offense is 20 years ago. You got chicks, no disrespect to my females. I don't have kids, so I don't want to who are still mad with their kid's father because he did something 20 years ago. Okay, rightfully so. Rightfully so. But that anger and that resentment that you're still holding 20 years later, that when this man walks in the room, maybe the child is now getting married, the man walks in the room, that thing that you feel, and we're not talking about a side eye. We're talking about that. It's something in your spirit that it turns to a rage. It turns, like you may not even speak it, but you feel it inside. That's toxins that will eventually lead to some sicknesses, things like that. You have to uproot that stuff and expel it. And this is coming from somebody who forgiveness is not always their strong point. But I'm telling you, it's a trick of the enemy to keep us so filled with offenses that stuff manifests to other stuff that blocks our very own blessing. Here's what have worked for me in a situation like that. Like what I've just described. Just like kind of not the same situation. But if you're tapped in, here's what's going to help you to forgive some things. When you realize that if the person didn't wrong you, you would still be stuck in that very season. You would still be stuck with this Dusty. If this Dusty didn't burn you, would you have ever met the God-ordained man or God-ordained people for your life? Same thing with my brothers. If that chick didn't straight dog walk you and use you, okay, first take accountability. Take accountability. She was just fine. She was just thick. I got burned. Period. Accountability. I knew this chick was not. Accountability. All right. First and foremost, accountability. Because what happens is when you keep blaming people, how could you do this to me? I was the only man who did you right. You said you never had a daddy and I tried to play your daddy. Oh, like when you keep when you keep circling that pain like that frustration, and you're going around a circle, all you're doing is keeping yourself tied up spiritually on a merry-go-round. Accountability. I missed it. God gave me the warnings. I missed it. God made it clear. I missed it. In fact, I didn't miss it. I ignored it. Accountability. You gave them leverage to burn you. Accountability. Release. Guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make probably 2 steps. This is going to be too long with all the topics. I had no idea that I need to stay on this, but I can't get released from it. So I'll just make another recording with the last 2 topics, the bloodline curses and the blessings released and pulled back, right after this one. Accountability. Those of you who've already climbed some levels, if you're transparent and honest, if you had stayed around the very people who've hurt, harmed, or burned you, you would never, ever, ever, ever be at the level you're currently on. So it's almost like you become thankful. But you can't become thankful until you see it. But you can't see it until you release it. Because as long as you're toiling around with that same energy, it's going to keep you stuck at that level. But it's not until you climb some levels and then you look back and you realize like, oh my goodness, if this person didn't hurt me, if this person didn't reject me, if this person didn't this, that, and the third, I would still be there. So you become thankful. And then that alone helps you to release and forgive. Again, forgiveness isn't equate to reconciliation, but to help you truly to forgive, because it's like, oh, thank you, because I had no idea. This little heart of mine, right? This little loyalty in me would have still had me stuck with this foolishness. Thank you. Thank you. Now you're trying to get back. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Guys, let God deal with people. You may hear about it, you may not hear about it. But in this season right here, God is giving like that type of punishment, whatever they did, is going to come like triple. Because again, it's not just because of you. It's because it's going to all catch back up to them at one time. At one time. So it can look like they're prospering. Like you might see them and it may look like, okay, Lord, now you know this person. Like I thought you was to fight my battles and it looked like this person is climbing. He's going to let them climb, right? Because the more they climb, then it gives them basically is going to allow more people to be able to watch their downfall. Play with it. Play with it. Play with it. So guys, I'm going to upload another recording, maybe about 20 minutes after this, in regards to if God have ever like exposed you to blessings, like he opened the door and then he pulled it back. We're going to speak on that. And then we're going to speak on listen guys, them bloodline curses, recordings, that's going to get deep because we'll talk about it. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.